I don't even know how I feel like I have the right to comb my beard amongst.
Yeah, you're wilding though. You're
Wild
wilding.
tweak and stuff.
Reminds me of like the guys in high school like catch a local peach fuzz and then come through the local comb and just all day flexing that. Local weekend peach fuzz. You know you see your guy just come up for the weekend with a local mustache.
Yeah, I'm combing the beard scene and I'm like, I look up and I'm like, oh my God, yo, that look good, yo.
It's looking nice though.
Be proud of the local beard still.
You know, well manicured
different beard situation going on over there still.
It's clean.
Yours is thicker than mine.
He's getting the foundation down, yeah. It's a solid foundation.
I'm gonna drop it just now though.
For real?
Why?
Holy.
Like shave it?
Think about that too for the summertime.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie.
Summer team.
Bald face?
It's a summer
Yeah, I'm thinking
thing,
about. You remember when I used to just have like this?
You stick it with it?
Soul patch?
If anything, I'll lose my hair first before I lose my beard.
It was low and it was like
Like
triangle.
a ball off my head before I do
Why would you
that.
do ball off your head?
Because this beard's sexy, bro. When I
Yeah,
get
would you
a
ever
fresh
just
beard trim,
hold
it's
down the
crazy.
soul patch? Like just the soul patch.
Nah,
Bro, when you make a triangle with your chin, it's sick. Trust me.
Oh,
you
with a
can do it.
goatee?
Nah, like have your mustache, fuck everything.
I don't remember
else.
your
you just look like you're up to something with that.
And
shit.
then
With a soul patch.
Yeah,
you
the
literally
soul
up to
patch
something.
thing is
You can't
like,
trust a soul patch.
you can't really, it's one of those ones that are just suspect.
It's like, what are
Like,
you
yo,
doing?
what's this
Like,
guy-
what
what
is
is
this
his true
guy?
intention?
This guy
What is
really
his
on though.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I love having my beard, but I work in television, so there's only so much that I can get away with.
Oh, you can't do this?
That?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No.
On TV?
I don't see
I
it
doubt
on
it.
TV.
But I don't get why can't you
Why? I'm
just
just
change
saying,
that?
I'm a nice
and say,
guy,
yeah,
just
this
have a
is
beard.
what it is.
I mean, hey, I've broken a few
You
like
have?
walls as it is. Like, I'm a big black guy on television. I have
That's a big
dreads.
wall.
I'm on television.
So
Who knows? I mean, and they've never said, yo, you can't rock the beard, but I like to switch it up too. Show them
was it hard for you for with the dreads and thing?
I think
Was it that
being
much of an issue?
being a big black guy with dreads, people already feel like they know half your story anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have that responsibility now to be able to articulate yourself and to be also self-aware, be self-critical, and be aware of like the personnel. Like she may not or he may not, but this guy and that girl might be judgmental,
Yeah.
you know, based on their experiences. So it's always just being aware, being conscientious, and being considerate.
Exactly.
But more importantly, you need to be who you are.
I feel like as a race we do that. Even outside, like we have
100%.
to act a certain way. That like other people get away with like way more than we could get away with.
Yeah.
Even like we were talking about
That's
it last
one
time.
point that I agreed with Kanye.
Yeah, like we just gotta act a certain way. Like remember we used to go to stores, we were talking about it last episode,
Yeah.
like when we were kids, like me and Trevon would go to the store for lunch and like we get followed around and like other kids from other races like just get loud, you know? Like I've seen them actually stealing shit. Like I knew some like other kids from different races that would steal shit and like
I know,
never get followed.
God, bro,
Nothing
there's
would
so
happen to them.
many
Like
friggin'
bro,
bad
me and
dudes.
him we never stole shit ever. And you know we always get followed around. So like we had to act a certain way.
Yeah, that's actually fucked. I mean, even walking around our building, I feel like I use extra manners and I hold elevators, I hold more doors for people, and then they like see me around like, oh,
Bro, sometimes you can
they-
see the surprise.
Yeah, they give me like the that's what I'm saying.
Everyone else does it.
And it's
You know
spreads
why
the
we
rude.
do it?
Yeah.
Because even though we know who we are, we're still somewhat conditioned to think the way they think, right? Like, we know that if we're extra polite, say that extra thank you, hold the door for the lady, they're gonna, whatever they thought, you might have the ability to change it. But truth be told, we already automatically expect them to look at us a certain way, and that's the narrative that has to change over time, right?
Definitely with certain people, because there's a lot of people in our building. Just speaking from them, because there's a lot of different races in there. But there's a lot of people that just treated us off the bat like really nice. Like you know our little shawty with the little kid. We have a little kid. We have a baby too. She's our daughter too. Like I don't care. She's just so nice. It's a little kid. Just like I don't know. We walked out and she just loved us. We had a basketball. We gave it to her to play, and then like the mom just like always treated us with respect. When there's other people in our building where they walk past us rude or like just drop the door in front of us, we're like, okay, like, what the fuck? We hold the
Bro,
door
there's a
for
guy
them
that
and,
came in the
like,
elevator. It was like us two and then like some of our friends. This guy walks in the elevator. This guy's like, so who has the drugs? We touched on Kanye a little bit, and
Why for that?
we're come on, guys. So we're speaking about Kanye a little bit before we started rolling, and then we just like open up to the conversation of just how much responsibility you think like influential people have? Like, do you think it's like on Kanye West to share like the more popular political stance among Black people? How much of it do you think is like on him versus how much he's supposed to do?
I think it can go both ways. Like, for someone that's in his place, they're gonna want like Black people. It can even be like all races. Like, people in general want to hear him and say certain things. To say like, "Yo, Kanye said it," but then you can go the influential route to say like, "Yo, Kanye, you know how much power you have. Why don't you say something?" Then in Kanye's arguments, like, "Yo, like, I didn't ask for all this. It just came in. Yeah, I'm gonna speak freely, like speak his mind and what he feels, type shit."
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just like he's reckless right now. He's wild, but that's just reckless. Like to us, to him, it may be like, "Yo, this is my point. This is how I feel. Like, this is how I'm gonna say it," you know. But
even away from politics, like I remember back when we used to listen to G Unit Heavy. It was me and my guy Tristan. We're getting dropped off to school in grade 6. And then we're listening to Lloyd Banks in the car. And then his mom's like, "Oh, Lloyd Banks should know that there's little kids listening, so he shouldn't be talking like this. He shouldn't be making music about..." He was talking about mad sex and all different types of positions. He was wilding out. But like, is it on Lloyd Banks, for example, to know that, oh, there's kids listening to me? Or is it like he makes the music that he wants to hear, and then by default, people are going to be attracted to his music?
Well, the music one is an easy answer. Like, at the end of the day, like, that music all comes with, especially in that era, parental discretion is advised. You know what I'm saying? Like, so no, he doesn't need to. And at the end of the day, if you were to put the onus on him that his music had to be kid friendly, when does he have the opportunity to make music for adults? And then for adults, when do we get music that's for us? I don't want to hear kid shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? I want to respond to the Kanye thing though. Yeah. So the Kanye thing, for me, is let's say, aside from his ideals, whether he's a Republican or a Democrat, Trump supporter or Obama hater, whatever it may be, the point is, whatever his message is, he has a responsibility. If I have a message and I want to relay that message to you, I have a responsibility to prepare my message, organize my message and my ideas and my thoughts before I just blurt out stuff, because he went through what, over 300 tweets since April 19th, completely quiet before that, and if you go through all of them, they actually fit into 4 different silos. We're talking about, you cannot, it's not cohesive. You're not following one person's thought. He's like, free thoughts, free ideas. Of course, if somebody was to pose that question to me, I'd be like, come on, let's skip that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, skip the semantics and the theatrics. Like, you're allowed to have free ideas and free thought. Of course we want that. Yeah. But the thing is, he's coming out there and he's blurting these things out. They're not fleshed out ideas. They're not concepts. He's just talking. Yeah. So it's irresponsible. Why is it irresponsible? Because he worked to get where he is. He wasn't just given that voice. He couldn't just walk into TMZ and take over the entire show to the point where they couldn't go to commercial. He couldn't do that 12 years ago.
Exactly.
When he was at the South Side of Chicago, when he was working at the Gap, he didn't have that access. But the point is, you worked that hard to get where you are now. And then you're so irresponsible at this point. So for me, it's not about me looking at him and judging, oh, is he mentally healthy or not? I can't gauge that. That's not my profession. Yeah. But what I can tell you is, Kanye, whatever your ideals are, and whatever your message is, if that's so important to you that you're so passionate, and blah, 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 take care of it. But he's not. Yeah. He's out there talking. You know, like, if it was one of us and one of us was just talking bare nonsense and saying one thing and then contradicting the other, we'd be like, yo, Mayu, like, yo,
what are you saying?
Yo, move on, like, get out of here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you find a lot of times, like, he just says the headline first. Like, he'll
I can't.
He'll try and prove a point, but he just says like in the most, like, he doesn't think about the way he says.
It's not well thought out at all.
I feel
like he'll say it, and then by the time he starts explaining, I'm like, oh, that's what you're trying to say. Then why would you say it like that?
First off, we gotta forget, this is Twitter we're talking about. All right, this is social media. Yeah. So thoughts aren't like it's not.
No, both though.
What do you mean? You're talking about like his on TMZ,
because I mean,
whatever?
He took over TMZ.
Yeah,
they couldn't even go to commercial. Okay. So it's not just the tweets.
Okay, that's fair. And I feel like responsibility is really subjective, especially when you're someone in his position, because let's not forget who Kanye West is. Let's not forget how Kanye West made a name for himself. He broke barriers. He was outlandish in most of the things he said. George Bush hates black people. The Taylor Swifts, like he's been doing this. Like it's not like this is nothing new. Like if anyone's gonna do it, if you have to put money in it, like a year ago, who might come out and say some crazy shit?
That's what I'm saying. Like the only way is Kanye's just going the next way with it. He's going against what we want to hear.
Well, it's not even that though. No, what he's saying is hurtful.
Yeah,
it's one thing to be a Republican and to be a part of the hip hop community. That's one thing. But what he's saying is actually hurtful. Like everything I was never giving up on Kanye, and I still hope the best for him because at the end of the day, the way I am, if I love you once, I love you forever. So even when you're on a ride, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna, I will support you. But the truth of the matter is, if you say that slavery is a choice, brother, slavery is why we're having a conversation around the beard. Slavery is the reason why somebody will walk into the elevator and say, interesting crowd. Because slavery then, as those times passed, turned into just greater than, inferior, lesser than feelings, like all that racism, the Jim Crow era, like all that. Like
took another form.
What he's saying is just ridiculous at this point. Radical, I can get with. Artistic, eccentric, all those things I can get with. Like I said, even if I agree or disagree with your ideals, it doesn't matter. But when you say something as hurtful as that, bro, we're talking. Picture this, and then I'll be done with him. Picture a man lynched, dead, lynched, because he's black. Not because there's no gang thing, not because he stole his money, not because he banged his chick, not because, you know what I mean? Like, not because there was a war between two countries, just because of the color of your skin, you're walking out of the store, the man just puts you in his trunk, hang you on a tree and burn you. Sorry, Kanye. I'm sorry, bro. You went too far. Went too far.
Definitely gone too far.
Went too far.
Gone too far. But I was.
Well, what did the rest of the interview say? Because remember, like, it came out in pieces, right? Like, it came out in chunks. But you said, like, the rest of the interview, like, what was he saying? Like,
that's still unrelated to what he was saying about how slavery was a choice.
It was
a thing where you start talking about Trump and, like, he was addressing when he took a picture with Trump. That's
my fault.
Even that stuff, like, I understood. What did you think about when he wore the hat?
To be honest, I don't know. I just kind of laughed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Me, I look at Kanye as like an artist. Like I respect his work. I respect his creative process and everything. And like Julian said, sometimes Kanye says shit that's like, what the fuck did you just say?
Right.
And then like you hear him out and it's just like, oh, okay, I get it. But like all the shit he's saying now is just like, it's forever on the what the fuck did you just say type shit. But when he wore the hat, I was just kind of waiting to see, okay, what's behind it. Then he started saying like, oh, I support Trump. I'm like, still waiting. Then he said like all this next shit, and I'm like, okay, I don't get it now. You know what I mean? I don't know if he actually has some problems now. If there's something wrong with him and what he's going through.
Well, why would he have to have a problem to support Trump?
Huh? No, with the like racist comments and shit. I mean, saying slavery was a choice.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like everything, like the whole thing from like starting off with Trump and the hat. Like if he supports Trump, he supports Trump. I don't care. I'm waiting for the album. I'm listening to the album. You know what I mean? Like, but then again,
I feel like that's like just another way of it, just another version of him. Or just another instance of him, like, just putting out that bold, just trying to get a bold reaction out of people.
Yeah.
Just to, like, start conversation. And then he goes into, oh, this is what I meant when I wear the hat, blah, blah, blah.
Honestly, I feel like, to a certain extent, Kanye West is a lot of who we all want to be in a certain sense. Like, you have to respect the way in which he just says how he feels in a society that's so filtered because of, like, an overly sensitive place that we're at right now. Like he's someone who just literally says how we feel, and I don't know if it's the way society is right now that changes things, because we see everything through a microscope, right? Like we just talked about this off camera. Everything is like dissected and looked into as far as anything. You can name a number of situations where things are just like overly like just criticized. And Kanye West is someone in this time and place who just says what he wants when he wants. So it's like, is what he's saying, aside from the slavery thing, is what he's saying and how he's acting really outlandish, or are we being conditioned to a point where it's like, damn, like you can't really say what you want nowadays?
Well, like now it's again to the same point of like, what are you talking about? Because are you talking about just Trump, or are you talking about like the slavery shit?
No, aside from that.
Outside of slavery shit, but like, yeah, this is like the Trump shit. Like people are eating him alive for that.
The Trump.
Go.
The Trump shit to me again, like I just. just like what I was saying, if you want to support Trump, you want to support Trump. Like, I personally wouldn't get mad at it because it's like, all right, if you want to do that, do that. You know what I mean?
Disagree with it.
Yeah, I
but,
can
like,
disagree with it, but I can't.
I can't be pissed off about it.
Yeah, it's like everyone's still their own person. But
And for the
it's
part
just
where
like,
he's saying like he went to go see Trump and talk, like, speak to Trump, I totally get that. Like, I understand where he's coming from in that sense, where he's like, okay, this guy's the president. He has all this power right now. It's great that people of color are able to go to him and speak to him. Like someone like Kanye West. Where am I going with this?
You want me to piggyback
Yeah,
on what
yeah.
he's saying? I get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say like, okay, you have an issue with Trump. Like a lot of black people have an issue with Trump.
Yeah.
Like sometimes instead of like trying to put up that wall, sometimes you have to break the divide, and sometimes you have to go towards the source of your resentment, the source of your anger, the source of whatever feelings
Yeah.
you're feeling, and just confront it head on. Like I don't see anything wrong with going.
Yeah.
to
Right, but
see
Because
Trump.
nothing's gonna happen if
that's
it's-
what he was doing. That's not what he went there for.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
It was. That's what he said though. No, in the
That's what he claimed at least.
I mean,
But yo,
I don't know. Listen, that's the problem.
We don't-
There's
we don't know what you're talking
there's
about. We
so
don't know.
many-
We don't know what
we
you're
don't know what
talking
you're talking about, but there's so many inconsistencies with what he said
Yeah.
already. And to be quite honest, like, listen, you want to wear this Republican hat and whatever. If he was doing it because he actually, I don't know. I don't buy anything right now. I don't believe that he is a Trump supporter. I really don't. I think he's doing it for the wrong reasons. If he was doing it for the right reasons, like, yeah, I'm gonna go and talk. I'm gonna go on enemy lines and talk to him directly and be like, listen, you're the man of the hour right now. You're the one you're the POTUS. Here's what we need. If he was doing that, cool. But what is he doing? When you were asking him, why do you like Trump? He's never been able to answer that question. Charlamagne asked him. Harvey asked him. He's like, oh, Candace can tell you better than me.
Look, let me stop you there, because we have to understand, and like same thing Julian's saying, we have to understand we can't take away anything from Kanye West, like how much of a genius he is. He can see how the whole world is like against Trump and saying fuck Trump, but then he can see like, I could probably easily play this guy and say, I fuck with Trump. Trump's tweeting him saying, thanks Kanye, you're the best, blah, blah. Have this meeting with him where him and Trump are seeing eye to eye instead of saying, fuck Trump, now let me get a meeting with you. Where it's like Trump thinks he's on his side, go over there. Because like you said, he never answered why he likes Trump. So what if this is all a way for Kanye just trying to get inside Trump's head? We don't know what he's going there for.
I thought about that. I definitely.
Huh?
He's a spy.
Look at, yeah, like trying to go in there and trying to
I
change
definitely
things.
thought
bro.
about that.
Gas
but
Trump up.
I definitely thought about that.
That's all I could think.
However, it's just it's hard to gauge it. It's so hard to gauge what his real, what his real intentions are, because the truth of the matter is, like, if I rock with Jermaine, and somebody asks you, why you rock with Jermaine? I haven't. I'll answer. I don't have to divulge my master plan.
Yeah.
But the fact is, he can never answer because there's no real reason to like him. So hopefully,
That's what I'm saying,
hopefully
There's a master plan
There's
somewhere.
some kind of master plan, but
It just because it seemed like
seems
such
a little
a troll
bleak right now.
It seemed like such a troll, like
Honestly,
wearing a hat, tweeting Trump, saying Trump's doing good
That's
things,
all for
whatever.
impact,
I'm like,
man.
I feel
Album's
like-
coming out.
I feel like, man, it's easy to judge someone, like, but I feel like the hard part is being able to put yourself in and see things through a different lens, a different perspective. Like, let's think about even just a class or tax bracket that like people like Trump and Kanye are in, right? Way above our like tax bracket. They do shit that we don't do. They know things that we don't know.
Yeah.
They can afford things that we can't afford. It's not all about money, but they're just in a different place completely than we are, right?
Yeah.
So it's easy for us to be in our position and say X, Y, Z about ABC of whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But I feel like, man, like just just different benefits. Like there's a lot of people that I know that support Trump from like when I was in school in America. I went to like a really like affluent school, and it's a lot of like wealthy people. And I know a lot of them, well maybe they were, I can't say if someone's racist
Oh,
or
for
not.
business
You
owners,
can
yeah,
never
he's
know.
fucking great for them.
Yeah, like, and they're really well off, really wealthy, and they all supported Trump, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I eat with these people, I'm in the same dorm with them and shit, and I kind of felt weird, and then being at a school the whole year and taking shit in, I'm like, yo, it's just different for them. For them, it's not really about race. It's not
Clearly.
like it's economic value and shit.
But I don't
So it's
know.
like- I
That
said
can only
it's a-
go
it's
so
a-
far, though.
Yeah, this is America. It's Atlanta capitalism. It's all about money. It's all about the economy. Like for some people, it's just different shit. Like it's not there are people out there who can look at Trump and not relate any of that to like race issues. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, white people.
Kanye,
That's it.
maybe
Mexicans
Kanye too.
can't do it.
Kanye might in his head he might be in the same place. You know, like it might not be race for him. Like who's to say it's race related for Kanye?
But how can it not when your people
Yeah,
are
or
the
affect-
ones that
that's
are
what we came up
with. That's
marginalized?
what-
Your people are being. Listen, they have four. There's four white men that have been brought into custody, proper trial, fair trial, and all that good stuff, safely.
Yeah.
Who have shot cops, kids, done all kinds of like just ridiculous crimes. Meanwhile, black men are selling cigarettes, selling drugs, whatever it may be, and being murdered on the spot.
Yeah.
There are. Why was there such a big uproar with the whole NRA and the Rifle Association, all that? Why is all that stuff matter? Because people this is real. Like the temperature is hot in the streets of America. You're talking about like banning countries. Oh, we can't have people travel from this. Like money is one thing. So sure, if I'm from the Midwest and I live in like northern Michigan. And my family is a white family and just lives in this cool, comfortable house, and we go to the local school and the same school my grandpa went to. And sure, I'm not gonna look at Trump and be like, whatever. But what about the rest of the people?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is, this saying is so more true than ever before. Life is no longer just black and white. What about our South Asian community? What about our Latino community? They don't like Trump neither because they're being ostracized. They're being treated poorly as well. So like that's what I'm saying. Like, if Kanye has a master plan, boy, it better be good.
Yo, most
It better be
definitely.
good.
Yeah.
It can't be just for your album, bro. Like, it can't be just for your album.
Yeah.
And to me, when this all started, before the TMZ stuff, before all of that, Juju, I'll show you a screenshot. I legit, the man started talking about like in our WhatsApp group, right? So I'm like,
The WhatsApp, yeah.
I'm like, yo, listen, ignore everything Kanye says because you won't hear what he really means until his album. That is his
Yeah,
craft.
true. Yeah.
He is not going to go on he's not going to go on record because how important that is to him. He's not going to go on record talking about no da 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 da, right? Those ideas and his concepts will be properly fleshed out by then.
Yeah.
Everything else is trash. Everything else is to garner interest and to bring people to KanyeWest.com. If you want to listen to the poopity scoop poop, you had to go to KanyeWest.com. If you wanted to hear Ye versus the People with T.I., you had to go to KanyeWest.com. I never been to KanyeWest.com prior to it. He's got a chokehold. He's a brilliant person. He is a genius. I'm just saying, please make it worth it. Make it be worth more than just a benefit, an individual benefit. Because what you're saying, what you're doing, and creating that divide, creating this type of dialogue amongst all of us is not worth just album sales, fam. It's not. Especially when there are people whose brothers, whose cousins, whose aunts, uncles are dead.
Yeah.
You know what I
Do you
mean?
feel like we lift it to a certain level of worth? Like we're sitting here talking about it in front of 4 cameras, right?
Of course, yes. Like,
We bring it to, if we all of a sudden,
man around 4 cameras, eh? Yo.
we're talking about this right now, right?
Yeah.
We're elevating its worth. Whatever influence all 4 of us have, we're gonna share our opinions on this, push to someone else, and we're just elevating the worth of what he's saying. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like it's on us. Like we're making Kanye's voice so loud. We are the megaphone that he's speaking through. Like I can say,
It's definitely amplified through us.
Yeah,
It's like
amplified.
100%.
It's amplified, but we
Yeah,
don't
but, like,
control. We don't control.
His
the-
voice is big
okay,
enough.
but you could say some dumb shit, right?
And no one
Who's
cares,
gonna
right?
give a fuck?
Yeah.
Well, my
he earned
well,
it, bro.
I'll get flamed.
He earned it.
Yeah, he's
He-
got it.
The thing is though, like with difference between like obviously no difference between me and Kanye West, but like fucking if I say some shit, everyone that supports me is no longer gonna support me if they don't agree with what I'm saying. Kanye is at the point where it's like
the level of the level of amplification.
Because everyone's like, can you believe Kanye West said this? Can you believe
No one's
Kanye
gonna be like,
West said that?
Like
It's not really like.
to that scale. No one's gonna be like, yo, can you believe Trey Richards said this? Like it's just gonna be like, what this nigga's talking
People
some dumb
dust that
shit.
up. Well, I guess it's like his
I don't
wrestling-
know,
his
but I don't
wrestling
know
is
if
like-
I-
it's
but I don't know
like-
if I would agree with that because
I don't.
if I was watching, because I mean when I'm at the crib and I'm watching and I'll catch up with your guys' videos and stuff. If Juju said something crazy or not crazy, but if Juju said something I don't
guess so.
agree with or whatever, I'm still gonna be disappointed. I'm just saying that he earned the
You can be
access that he
upset,
has.
but I mean the relevancy of it. You can be upset at what someone can be upset at. Okay, the girl that just walked past. You can be upset at what she says, but like we're bringing that influence and making it so much louder.
I mean,
I think it's
at
his
the end
history
of
of
the day,
standing up for
not
black
because
people,
like
like everything else he stood for.
What do you
Like
mean?
everyone, like he stood for, like when he got on TV and said like George didn't care about black people.
Good
He's
point.
standing up for black people, and then
Good point.
finally it comes to this, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? Like who is
But
this guy?
is
Like, after
Kanye
all
West
these
our
years?
hero? Are we labeling Kanye West as our hero? Is that who?
no,
I
but
mean,
he
not
had a
me per
big
se,
voice
but
and he
like,
spoke for us.
I know, but unless we're gonna say, yo, this
But
guy's
pretty
our hero,
close, no?
is he though?
I mean, listen. At the end
He's
of the
one-
day,
Is
You
he our
could say-
hero?
you could
Or
say he's
someone
one
like,
of them.
Or are we gonna say like someone like Obama's our hero? Or
But he's done like a lot of things for the black community that made us say like, yes, brother, like
yeah.
one brother. You know what I mean? Like,
one of the things that would have like the characteristics of a hero
Yeah.
to me was when he put out Jesus Walks. To me, I was like, oh, respect. Like I like that. Like so, there are certain things that he's stood for and pushed forward that would make him somewhat of a hero.
Hero.
no, I'm saying he
Totally.
could be, but I'm saying, is he our hero? Like you just said, you look at Kanye West. You said regardless of Trump, you said he's just an artist to you, and you just want to hear his music.
Well, why is it? Is it disappointing hearing what he said?
apologies if that cut out. The conversation was deep. We weren't really paying attention to the cameras.
Facts.
But continuing what you were saying.
Oh, I was asking. Okay, I'm asking Juju. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
is it disappointing at all at any point hearing any of the things that he said, whether it was on TMZ, Hot 97 with Ebro? Listen, this guy has so much access. He could just call Hot 97 and garner that attention. He walked into TMZ and changed the entire run of show. They couldn't even go to commercial when they wanted to go to commercial because he earned that.
Yeah.
Is it
Am I
at all
disappointed? Am I
was
disappointed?
it all disappointing for you when you hear him say any of these things?
Yeah, there's a slight level of disappointment because I'm a Kanye West fan. Is it something I would say I'd never expected? I'd say no.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%
But
because
slight
of how he
disappointment,
acts.
But I'm someone who like
Just slightly disappointed?
at the slavery shit. Yeah, like whatever, that's dumb. But like I don't hold certain people to. We spoke about this. Like I'm not holding Kanye West to some like God figure in my life that I'm looking for opinions, for anything that's really substantial in my life outside of entertainment. I'm not looking at Kanye West and saying, yeah, like that's you for me. Like
Well,
you know.
here's the thing. It's not about black or white. We don't not like Trump because he's a white president. We don't like Trump just like we wouldn't like anybody that has a position of power
For sure.
and just does
Doing that.
fuckery with it.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, you're in a position of power. We want you to do something cool with it. It's like DeMar DeRozan has the basketball. Don't pass it to Van Fleet. Shoot the fucking ball, B.
Thank you.
I'm so cheese right now. Like you're in a position of power. It's like when you're in a position of power, you are expected, or we are hoping
yeah.
that you do the best that you can with that. And the reason why I said where my disappointment comes from with Kanye is, forget which side he lands on. I don't care what his ideals are. I don't care if he's Republican or Democratic or whatever it may be. I'm just saying it's super irresponsible to just be out here just talking. It's inconsistent because when you review it at the end of the day, it's like you said this, but then you said this. These contradict each other, and you're not taking the care. So for me, it's like, yo, you have the ability to walk into TMZ and take over the show. That means you have the ability and you have the responsibility while you're in the car, because you're probably not even driving, fam, to organize your thoughts before you get there. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's super irresponsible to have that access and just use it like, because then he tried to backpedal because he knew the slavery thing was a idiot.
Yeah, it's like, oh, obviously. What would he say again, actually?
Somehow obviously wasn't a choice, and then he like tweeted a Harriet Tubman quote where she said, if only they knew they were slaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a really good quote, and there is a slight piece of like semblance between what they were saying.
He just said it fucked up. That's it.
Yeah.
Bro, the thing is,
Like if he's trying to get at that point, then he
he's
should have like articulated
recovering.
better. But yeah.
that's a recovering. You know, it's like a friend makes a. Oh, actually, no, this was the point I was trying to make. It's not. If we take race out of it, when we just talk about person, it's just insensitive and super selfish. Because that's why the guy that works at TMZ, Van Lathan, kind of hemmed him up a little bit. It was like, bro, like, I'm a fan. I go to bat for you on this show when there's stories about you.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is super selfish. You're only talking about yourself. The rest of us don't live in this reality. And the truth of the matter, Kanye does not live in that reality either. He just thinks he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like, yes, what he said is serious. We should take it seriously. I've heard enough people be like, yeah, it's a joke, or no, not even a joke, but like, yeah, he's an idiot. Like, but no, when you're at that level, it's just like why Trump is not accepted, because the things that he's saying as a president, when you're in that seat, you're in that you're in that role, you have to hold yourself to a certain standard. A president of the United States should not be talking about grabbing nobody's pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking
But
crazy.
that's what I'm saying, like
Trump,
like
Yeah,
carries
how do you
himself
get away
like
with
that,
that,
you know
bro?
what I mean? Like,
Doesn't
feels like
make
that
sense.
fuckery shit, and it's so hard for us to believe because Kanye West is not doing shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, we know what
Exactly.
Kanye carries himself like a hero to many people. Maybe not to you or anyone in this room, but like he carries himself like a hero to people.
By doing what though?
Huh?
Carries himself like a hero?
Just he's not out here grabbing pussies and shit. Like Trump is
Most
I'm just
people
saying
out
is like
here
a
grabbing
dickhead.
folks.
But I'm saying Trump is a dickhead. There's a lot of shit that he just does a dickhead.
Yeah.
He does dickhead shit,
Yeah.
right? But I'm just saying, like, for the simple shit that Kanye's doing right now, everyone's just more in shock and in awe,
Yeah.
saying, what
It's
the fuck are you
disappointing.
doing? What are you saying? It's disappointing the most. The same thing you're saying,
This
like,
guy's not our brother. He's not our cousin. Bro,
Yeah,
man's
but
man's
come
annoying.
on, man.
Still disappointed, though.
That's
Like,
like,
I
come
didn't-
on,
this is
that's
disappointing,
very,
but man's
that's very
annoying.
heartless. You're telling me you don't live with your heart at all? I understand
What?
if you,
Me
if
saying that he's not my cousin? Oh, you mean what he's saying? Him saying
the way the way you
Oh, the way I'm
disposition
pushing
it,
it,
you're dispositioning it like, well, I'm not disappointed because it's not like he's my cousin. Like, come
No,
on.
no, but I'm saying I don't
You
hold-
buy into characters. Do you like?
I
if
like
you-
Kanye West, but I'm not holding him to any regard where like what he's saying is gonna hurt my feelings.
Okay, if Sway Lee, you'd be cheese though.
Fucking bent.
Yo, but
No,
since you
Sway.
said that though, Sway, every track that Sway Lee's on is fire.
Please,
Taking
thank you,
Sway
thank
Cation?
you.
Huh?
Taking Sway Cation?
Listen, man.
Oh,
Wait,
the
Sway
man-
Lee-
The Trey
He
Richards?
dropped his album last night. Yeah.
I was listening to Preem though. You already know.
Bro, Sway's doing his thing.
Sway's nice.
No, for me, like, look, I know how to handle disappointment, and I know how to make sure that I don't.
Yeah,
receive,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
You sound
receive-
filtered.
Yeah, like I know how to receive disappointment, and I know how to handle it. Right? I'm not gonna hold Trump to any regard in my life, or Kanye, or Jay-Z, or DeMar DeRozan.
Right.
Like,
But
I just
someone
not-
someone like that who is powerful,
What-
influential enough to change,
Yeah.
like the scope of how things actually will work.
What I'm really concerned about is the fact, like, his other fans that aren't people
Yeah,
of
the
color
simple fact is others
like,
do. Maybe
the
not
shit that he's
you,
putting out,
but-
I don't want that shit to get into the wrong hands.
It
And, like,
already
just, like,
is. And for these young, look at all, our youth are some of our youth are
Zook, they're just like
They're
take whatever.
Zook.
They take,
So,
I get
at the end
that
of
part.
the
They
day,
take
they're gonna be
whatever's
like,
out there.
yeah, yo, Trump's not even, Trump's just real, yo. And
Yeah.
you're gonna start to, you get desensitized to these
Yeah.
things, and you lower your standards. No, our standards should be growing, not lowering.
But are you gonna hold everything else to that regard in your life?
Of course,
'Cause y'all
depending
here
on the
listen- you're
role.
out here
Depending on the
listening-
role, though.
Okay, but there's other people in the same position that do fucked up shit. We all listen to rap music out here. You just made that point about Lloyd Banks, Sway Lee. Everyone's rapping about all kinds of things that you don't want your kid doing. So you still bump it. So you don't speak out against that.
I don't have a kid yet.
I mean,
No, but
to-
even regardless, your little sister or anybody.
Yo,
Like,
I'm a
your kids-
father.
your kids don't
I'm a
affect
father.
what
I
you're
don't
saying.
I don't play that stuff for my daughter. At the end of the day,
I've seen you in the club, Bridget.
in the club, my daughter's not in the club.
No, but like you support the music. I bet it's on your iPhone right
It's
now.
the same thing he was saying though. You have to have your adult music and your kid music.
Yeah,
That's
there's
time for
a
him.
time and place for everything.
That's your argument against
Of
biologic
course,
right
that's
now?
reality.
Do you
Like
understand
it's
what
like
I'm trying to
saying,
say? Do you understand? I'm trying to say you're holding this to a certain regard, saying, "Oh, but some people do yada yada." I'm saying,
depending
yo,
on the role that they're in.
Okay, but there's people who have the same level of power as Kanye that say fucked up shit, and you still support
Like
it.
who?
Like who?
There are rappers and artists say dumb shit.
On
and you
Kanye's
still
level,
bump it.
that's
Now,
say
on
dumb
Kanye's
shit.
like,
level, no.
To a
Yeah, I
certain.
don't know what Kanye.
Okay, so you wanted so.
I
Okay,
just I would
Kanye.
have to
Just back up your
Okay,
point.
hold
I'm
on.
asking a
No,
question.
Kanye's here. Someone's here. It doesn't matter.
What? Is that Kanye's
Okay, a
level?
little bit less than Kanye. That's
Okay,
what
but
you're
even
pointing to
so,
the-
who's that?
Who's
Okay, I'm trying
that?
to think of it. Yeah, even
Rappers? Bro,
Yeah,
even
like-
Drake says some stuff that you wouldn't want your youth listening to or you want your kid doing.
Okay, but he also says a lot of things that I would. So then
So does Kanye, though.
I'd
So
be
does
selective.
Kanye. So does
'Cause-
Kanye.
You talking about in Kanye's music or what?
Yeah, what are
Kanye's
we
saying
talking about
off the
here?
records?
Everything.
Like,
Just him as you're talking about him as an overall substance and a person. What he's saying, like
his music has truth in it. I'd love for my kids to listen to what he's saying because college dropout and shit like that. Like I had to go back and listen to songs in there. I'm like, oh, okay, this nigga's speaking
Dropout
facts.
legend,
Like,
Of course.
speaking
Of
facts.
course.
But like, the problem is what he's saying off his tracks. And who's on his level or near his level that's saying shit off his tracks is bad.
Okay, there's people who have massive influence that say fucked up shit, and
Give us one.
Who,
bro, we're asking
I could
who?
pull up, show me your iPhone, show me what's in your music right now, show me what's in your Apple Music.
I'm asking you who.
I know
Bro,
because
But like on Kanye, I'm trying to think. Okay, I know there's a lot of like
Okay, but
rappers
yo,
say a bunch of dumb shit.
Like,
but
stop holding on. That's called a straw man argument. Stop holding on to the nuance of the thing.
no,
Any-
actually, no. What you're doing is
I'm playing the straw man.
Yeah. You realize.
playing the straw,
yeah.
man.
You're nice though. You're nice. But what you did, right? You realized that your statement was kind of empty because
How?
the idea of it is strong, but there's nothing to back it up.
I don't want to call out names.
Why?
Okay, he shouted out Murder Beats on his Instagram story the other day. Murder Beats has millions of followers, huge influence. Bro, listen to the tracks that this guy's producing and putting out, talking about slapping things, Molly, Percocets, this and that.
So we're
You still
talking about
support it
off
and
the
you
records
promote
or
it.
on the records?
Yeah, because
Anything that the whole
'cause
entirety
Murder
of their
Beats would
person.
Murder Beats would never come out and be like slavery was a.
I know, but he's still saying some fucked up shit.
Yeah, but okay. Here's what we're trying to say. There's
There's
a
different
time and
levels.
place
There's different
for
levels.
everything.
There's different levels.
There's a time where I want to listen to Chronics, and there's a time when I want to listen to Vibes Cartel.
But does that have does
There's
that
a-
have anything to do with the message though, and what you're supporting?
Of course.
How?
Because at the end of listen, we're kind
fact
of
is they're
arguing.
saying shit.
We're kind of arguing apples and oranges in a sense because we're talking about the music in 1 second, and then we're talking about outside the music. If we go back
I'm not
in this
even-
video, you'll hear me say, initially I was like, ignore all his tweets. What he really, because that's all just to get attention for his album. What he really feels and those ideas that are just all over the place will be completely fleshed out and thought out then. So that was my initial thing. So I know that Kanye will do well within his craft. The problem is that he's stepping outside of that, taking the access that he's earned over the years and being super reckless with it. That's the point. The point is we can't compare that to anybody because who the hell's doing that?
But if you said like certain things like in a song, you'd be cool with it.
If that's okay, I don't even know if I understand the question.
I'm saying because you're saying like there's music and like this and that, and I'm saying but if this was all in like song format, artistry.
If he's saying if like slavery is a choice in a song,
I'm saying like because your guys' point is that like he has
I'm
his
saying
music
most
and then he's saying
of
things
all this
outside
stuff
of
that
it.
he's been doing is for impact.
No,
Therefore we don't really know
This
what.
is going to my original point though, because you guys are saying this is music, this and that. I'm
Okay.
saying if you took everything he said and put it in a track, it'd be
no,
okay.
it'd still be the
think
same
it's,
thing.
like,
He's
too much of a bold
still
statement to
saying the
just-
same thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just him coming off the record and like just tweeting or going on TMZ, whatever it is. That's like causing an impact. It still cause the same impact if he said it on the song. Just like how when Rick Ross said the
She didn't even know it?
the she didn't
Molly
even know
in her line or
line
something
and put
like
it
that.
on Molly, whatever. Like it's still gonna cause the same impact, regardless of what you say. Like people are saying
Exactly.
take drugs and shoot people, whatever. That's been hip hop. That's been rap since fucking the
And
90s
rock
and
and
shit.
all
Like
that,
it's
yeah.
always been there. Like all right, if whether you support or not, that's your
Yeah.
choice. If you want to do that.
Likewise with what he's saying.
But
right?
we're trying to talk because the point that you're bringing up, you're trying to say like, oh, there's so many people on Kanye's level that's saying this and saying that.
And there is.
The fact of the matter is there's not. There's
What?
not one rapper that you can name right now that's
maybe
doing
not
the shit
maybe
on-
not to the exact same shit, but I'm saying there's other
that's
people.
all
there's
we're
other
trying to
people-
argue.
He's like this is like different territory.
I'm obviously not arguing that other rappers are saying slavery is a choice.
That's how you're making it sound. So we're trying to dead that point and put it out. Then you're
You
trying
really
to say,
thought I was
oh,
talking about other
Murder
rappers?
Beats is
Not that
saying-
specific.
You know, it's
like,
not
that.
I'm not
I'm just
being
saying
that
artists.
specific.
Period. I was thinking like the first like, when I was asking you for an
Yeah.
example, and I thought you were gonna give me one, but you didn't. So that's his point.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was, I was thinking in my head like, okay, what other artists? I wasn't even leaving it just to hip hop. What other artist has that type of power? We have to call it, and is abusing it. And I can't think of one.
But
Like I really
my
can't.
point
The
was-
only thing I can think of, like even on his level in terms of artistry and power, is like a Taylor Swift, and she stays completely out of politics. She won't even speak up. Like she doesn't speak up on anything.
Yeah.
No, my point is that there's other people out here who like we all support who have a good level of influence, maybe not the same level of Kanye, but a
Okay.
strong influence that can influence a lot of people that say shit and we support it the same way. And I'm saying, yo, I don't hold them to any regard, just the same way I don't hold Kanye to any regard. That's what
For sure, I agree with that 100%. Like, I talked about this when J. Cole started talking about Lil Pump or whatever. Like, I disagree with that, and with your brother and like their whole generation of like kids listening to music, they have to understand what's real and what's wrong, what's right. Like, we listen to shit like I don't even take no drugs, mollies and shit. Like, I'll listen to it. That shit's cool. Like, Pop and Zans are cool, whatever. But I'm not gonna do it, and the kids have to know. But like, that's on the parents, that's on them for them to understand and get that message across that that's not cool.
Yeah.
Same shit like
is it? It's on the
and all
parents?
that was like.
So it's the same thing with Kanye then,
It's
right?
on them and the parents, but Kanye is stepping out of the music world right now because he's not saying it in music.
But no matter the medium?
Whether you, huh?
The medium matters.
No matter the medium, the influence is still being spread. And to be honest, music might be more influential than what he's saying.
No, but it's not
It
because like
music can be a lot more.
like
Music is the most.
Yeah, I'll go more places.
Music is the most
and it
influential.
lasts forever.
Music is the most influential thing. It's more powerful than what someone says outside of music. It's influential. Movies.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think music is more influential than what he's saying outside his mouth?
I don't think so because of the power of who Kanye West is.
Music
like,
is more influential. It's the most powerful medium
But
in
even
the
if
world.
it is, even if
It's
it
an
is,
international language.
I feel like this point we're arguing about
agreed.
like a very trivial point. But I don't know. Are we not all in agreement that the man's on a ride?
He's on a ride.
He was, but the reason this point came up for me is I'm saying, I don't hold him to a certain I don't hold him to any certain regard, just like everyone
Regardless,
else, which is what I
whether
was
you
saying.
hold him to a
Hold
certain
on,
regard
sorry.
or you hate his guts, the point is what he said is bullshit.
No, I'm not arguing the slavery point at all.
He's not.
I'm
yeah,
not, I'm not,
he's not
like,
arguing. He's
I'm not arguing that at
all
all.
of it.
I'm just
It's
saying everything
all-
else. I'm like,
it's all-
I don't like whatever. Like, it's Kanye West, bro. I don't care.
The thing is, I think what we're confused about, what we're arguing about here, is just like you're not really. Look a beard. You're not really. You're speaking more of like what we shouldn't be holding him. But the problem is just like it's not even a problem.
Yeah,
Just
we're
the
just
fact
what
is,
actually happened.
Yeah, the fact is that there's just a lot of people out there that look at Trump. Look at West a way that you don't. You know what I mean? And you're just saying they shouldn't, but
They do.
they just have different lives than you. Like,
There's
it's
two
just-
antidotes. Either you're gonna attack Kanye, or just like you said with parents and their kids, it's up to you to like.
But some people are
empower
parents.
yourself.
Some
It's
people
up to
are
you to
the
empower
adults.
yourself.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for myself.
Yeah.
Forget my kids. I don't want to hear what. Forget my daughter
Yeah.
is not listening to Kanye. Is not listening to Kanye on TMZ. She could care less. She's watching something on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to what Kanye said, and I'm like, what? So forget that filter.
There's a what
There's
factor, of course. There's a what factor. But me, I'm just like, is it Kanye saying some dumb shit? I don't agree with it. And that's it for me.
But I think it's
That's
more
it
than
for me.
dumb shit.
I think it's
It's
just like
all-
being a fan for so long and then seeing what he stands for and like hearing what he speaks for and then like all of a sudden it's just like, oh man, like I'm a big fan of Kanye West and he's to say some like clown shit like that. I was like, oh fuck. So
Say
I
what? It's a
come on,
letdown.
bro. It's like a letdown.
It's a
Like,
letdown.
Clown
And
shit.
it's
Like,
hurtful.
Let you
it's
down.
clown shit, but for me, that's the end of the thing.
It's
like,
hurtful,
are you really
though.
hanging on to it? Like, for me, like, I'm not hanging on to the words he's saying, is what I'm trying to say.
But
Like,
yeah, I
remember
have
when I
no-
said we're empowering it? This is a part of the empowerment.
But this is a
I
tingle.
mean, we have to discuss things. So
This is the amount.
Yeah.
This is the empowerment of it.
That'll-
No, discuss it. That's fine. But I'm not hanging on to the words that Kanye's saying.
But I'm not.
Kanye has the world on a string like this.
I'm
right
not
now.
walking around like upset at what
Yeah, yeah,
Kanye
yeah.
said.
I
The
know.
slavery
Me
thing,
neither.
yeah,
Like,
like
I didn't
that's
choose.
fucked.
I didn't choose what shirt I
neither.
was wearing
I'm
today
not
based
mad.
on
Yeah.
my heart.
Like
for
I'm
Kanye.
not. I'm not mad at like what he's doing with Trump, and I said that right when this episode started. But like the slavery shit, that's where it's like, all right, like now you're wild.
Yeah.
Now you're really like tweaking. But like as for like him talking about like Trump and supporting Trump, all right, like that's something I just don't care about. Like whatever you want to do that, you can do that.
I care about it. I don't know. Fuck Trump. You can't support Trump as a black man living in America. Even the "Make America Great Again." What the fuck does that even mean? Like to me, I'm offended by that alone. The whole campaign,
yeah.
I was offended by that alone.
course.
Make America Great Again. When was America great, and who was it great for?
It was never great first.
It was great.
Now
It was
for-
great
yeah,
for
for-
it was
for
great
that.
for a certain amount of people,
For a
for a certain
certain
type of
demographic.
person, and whatever.
For the
But
1%.
Make America Great Again, bro. To me, that's just like, okay. First of all, how are we going back? We got to go forward. Times change. It's just like it's like saying, let's make the NBA great again. Like, no, things are. You're supposed to work with what you have to make things get better and better and better. Like him wearing that hat. What I wanted him to do was, I thought he was going to
Flip. I thought he
take the power from it because it is
I
hurtful.
thought he was gonna change the logo.
I thought he was gonna, no. I thought he was
like
gonna,
the slogan. Like I thought he was gonna change it.
Make America great. I thought he was going to flip it because he's an
So I
artist.
thought he was gonna
Yeah.
flip
I thought he was going to flip it in one way, shape, or form. And he may still. But the point is, I was just like, ugh. No, I can't support Trump. Can't support Trump. Because here's why we can't support Trump. It's not just black and white.
But
There's other people. There's so many people that are affected by his limited and super selective. Like he only cares about certain type of people.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't support Trump though. Like I don't support Trump. But if Kanye supports Trump, then it's like,
Yeah,
all right,
that's his
Kanye
business.
supports Trump. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, okay,
just
okay.
Kanye supports Trump.
I'm with you on that.
And it's just like I feel like at the end of the day, it's like everyone is taking note of it. Like Kanye tweeting comments, texts, and Chance Rapper like whatever tweeting towards Kanye or whatever it is, like whatever Kanye's going through, or if he is going through it or if he's not. I feel like it's just a matter of time before we see like, all right, oh, this is why this is all going down, or it's all over.
Don't have
type
fucking
shit.
album
Yo, did you
drops,
see
bro.
Chris Brown's tweet?
No.
Oh, his Instagram post?
Chris
About Kanye
Brown
West? Yeah.
snapped. Chris Brown was like, my favorite part of it was like, you guys need to get Kanye the help that you think I need.
Oh,
Oh, it's deep.
Nah,
Chris Breezy.
that nigga needs some help too though.
Yeah.
Yo, but I mean, I don't know. Enough of Kanye.
Now the fans.
Now the fan's off. Wow. We'll wrap this
An hour later.
Shit.
Let us know how y'all feel in the comments, man. And dissect this video. Don't hang on the words we say, just like you shouldn't hang on the words that Kanye says. Listen to it. Let us know how you feel.
And get you a do-rag.
Yeah,
some
order
do,
some
man.
winners for some
Do
do-rags.
something with your life.
Emphasis
Speaking
on-
of do-rags,
emphasis on the do.
we chose our winners, right?
Just
we did.
do
We're
it.
doing it this time or just...
No, we can do it this
Alright.
time. I definitely got it. How do you want me to do it? Just say their names?
Just drop their names.
All right, if this is your name,
We're gonna DM you. You let us know what color do-rag you want, and we'll set that
Wait.
up to you ASAP.
Oh
Is it
man,
one winner?
so I went through.
Is it one?
No, it's all
One
it's
per
four of
person.
them. So damn, I wish I got the I didn't. I was just going through them and I like chose which
yes.
ones I like. And I screenshotted their thing. I didn't screenshot the actual comment. But the
We'll
winners,
screenshot it for the video.
huh?
We'll screenshot it.
We'll,
for the video.
we'll find a screenshot for a video. Yeah, exactly. Dollar Store Drizzy. That's kind of a funny name.
my guy. I always see
Dollar
his
Store
hair
Drizzy.
Let's see what I got. Let's
Double Worldwide.
okay.
King Dark. Drac or Dark? I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. How would you say
Is it
that?
D first?
Drac?
Drake.
There's no E.
Drac.
You say Drac?
Drake. Double A.
Drake?
Drake.
Drac.
Drake.
Drac.
I said Drac. There's no E at the end, no?
I think the A. Because he
So
emphasized the A, so it's like a J.
Oh, Drac.
Or it could be Drac.
It could be Drac.
Drac. Drac.
And then Hakeem Butler.
Shout out my man Hakeem
Hakeem,
Butler.
man.
Yo,
Man,
yo, what up, Hawk?
Shout out my man
Look out for those
Levito.
DMs, man.
Yo, hold on.
Yo,
We
chill,
gotta
chill,
shout out.
chill.
We gotta shout out everyone when you went on tour and everyone was like shouting you on the shit.
Yo, shout
Oh,
out to,
Levito?
yo, I don't know if I told Trey, I don't know if I told you, I didn't tell you guys?
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Almost
Yeah,
every
Levito.
city that we went to in America, from the West Coast, East Coast, like all of it, New York, Atlanta, San Francisco, LA, Seattle, everywhere we went, like, yo, $40 TV. They had the t-shirts on there. It was mad love. For me, obviously, you know, I love you guys. I respect you guys. I admire everything you guys do. So just being able to have that little piece of home, that connection with people in the crowd, I was just like, ratings, big up. So big up to you guys, and then big up to you guys.
They called you Levito?
Yo, chill on the video tape, man. Okay,
Yo,
you started this shit.
I know, it's my fault. Sorry.
Yo.
It sounds
Used to
good,
be
though.
Lovetto,
It sounds
though.
good.
Used to be
Yo,
Lovetto.
somebody sent me a screenshot, dude. Somebody DM'd me a picture of, I think I was in Philly or somewhere, and they sent me a picture of a place called Levito Pizza. And they were like, yo, you should go eat
sounds
there.
good. It sounds
smooth
yo,
name,
it
bro.
sounds good. Levito actually sounds good, man. You make sure you utilize that at some point in your career. Utilize Levito, please.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good still.
Levito, Levetto.
Or I'ma take it.
Levito coffee.
I'ma do some shit
Levito
with it.
tea. Trust me, open up a tea
Levito
spot.
sounds like a coffee.
Yeah.
Sounds anything, bro.
Levetto.
Or even
Levetto
like a
sounds like
yoga
a shoe.
spot, because Levito just sounds like, yo,
just when you
relax,
chilling,
bro.
like you just on a vibe. Like,
Nah,
Some
think about it.
sauce.
Hey, man, got me my fucking Levettos, man. Like, you know?
Some designer shit?
Yeah.
don't come
Or
for me
like
if
this,
I
or
put
it
some
can
shit
even
out.
be used as a term like, yo, like, how'd you enjoy the movie? It was Levetto, man.
It was Levito.
Levetto,
still.
like, yo, yeah, it was alright. It was Levetto, that's it.
Yeah, but
Nah, they can't bring the name
I can't
out.
be on
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
be
I hear, nah, I hear.
It was
Yo,
Levetto
For the
still.
record, my name is T-Rex,
Yeah.
Mr. One Love, and that's it. All right.
What's a dirt squirrel?
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy came in to drop knowledge of like some old
you're a dirt
some old Toronto slang for us.
Yo, can I say this? Yo, I don't know if you guys use this in the video, but yo, you know what cheeses me the most as like as a grown man in Toronto? Like I grew up here, lived here. I am Toronto. When I hear people from Toronto using Toronto slang in the wrong context,
Oh my God,
Fam,
that's
like
me.
yo,
That's the worst, bro. Like, no, you live here, bro. Come on, like, you know what it is, bro.
Bro, those are the Von Youths, bro.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are
the
the
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz.
Hold
It's the
up,
Auschwitz.
Von
Yeah, but you know
And
what?
like, well,
No,
that
like,
come here, act like you know it's those guys.
come on, like,
Those of you
no,
taking
there's
the
no
GO train.
excuse. It's like, just pay, like, chill. First of all, you don't have to know every single slang. Like,
Yeah.
you live. Like, there's other things going on in your life. I don't need to know every single slang.
we didn't
I use
do
the
that.
ones that I use and my brothers
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
Stop trying to be something you're not. Like, if you don't use,
I hear that. Y'all stay away from the slang. I don't really understand. I don't fuck with
Yo,
it.
If
if
you
you
don't-
we make up our own slang and just say our own.
Bro, we have a
Yeah.
lot of stupid.
that's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
And it has a
Yeah,
Toronto
those are the
spin to it.
best.
Like, we
That's the
add some kind
best.
of Toronto spin. It's like our shit.
Bro, to the point where we stop sometimes, like, yo, did we get this from the city or did we make this shit up?
Yeah,
So I
we
was like,
don't
what's
know.
a good example if you think of one real quick?
Shit.
Oh shit.
There's so many. I don't
I'm gonna
know.
hit y'all next time. It's a lot.
Is Clap our own or is that from
Oh,
Toronto?
clap. I feel like
What's
clap.
clap? I don't know what that is.
Like, yo, that thing
Like
I've clapped.
Oh, she got like you clapped it.
Yeah, that man clapped that thing.
I mean,
That's like,
Yeah,
is that
I feel like
everyone or-
that's like
I feel like
I don't
came
say
from
that,
Fletcher's.
but like
I feel like that came from Fletcher's.
I don't remember.
it's probably
bro.
your guys. It's
I
probably,
feel like that came from our high school. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's just
I don't know.
some shit.
We'll figure it out.
yo, you remember the two black guys that were in the Starbucks
Yeah.
and they got arrested
Yeah.
for sitting there?
It's all the money they got and they gave it all away.
Yeah, they settled for $1,
Yeah.
Like, guys.
and then they guaranteed $200,000 towards an education program.
Bro, those are your heroes.
Come
bro.
on,
Look up
don't-
to those guys. Those are the heroes.
Not all heroes
Come
wear
on,
capes,
man.
bro.
Those are the heroes.
Different
man.
heroes, bro. Kanye was a
However-
hero, bro.
They should wear do-rags.
Yeah, you can wear capes though.
Okay,
That shit-
okay,
yeah,
get
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
a
yeah,
dude.
yeah.